Welcome back to the barbecue pad, everybody. So it is Saturday and it is time to get some barbecue on. We're gonna have another fun cook today, and what I'm gonna be doing is grilling a slab of baby back ribs right over here on the grill. And then after I get them grilled and seared, we're gonna take them to the Lodge Dutch oven, and I'm gonna cook them to try to tenderize them even further with some barbecue sauce. So this one's gonna be a delicious meal. I hope I pull it off good, and I can't wait to do it. So let me pull you over here and show you what we're doing. I'm getting the fire pit nice and hot, trying to get a nice coal bed down in there. And that is our grill. I'm just getting it clean, getting it hot, you know, we'll wire brush it off there. So my plan is we're gonna prep the ribs, and I'm gonna put them on the grill here, and I'm gonna give them a nice little sear on both sides here. And the reason I'm doing that, I want to get some of that grill flavor, you know, char grilled flavor in the ribs right here, and give a nice little crust on the outside of the rib. All right, so once we do that, what we'll do, I'll bring it down here. I'm getting ready to prep the ribs in just a few. So after we put our nice little sear and char on there, I will cut these in half, and we're gonna go right there into the Lodge 12-inch Dutch oven. This is the one that I had recently showed on the channel, where I had cleaned it up, gave it a restoration, and re-seasoned it. So this will be the first cook for it in my possession. So really looking forward to put some use on the old Lodge here. So I'm getting ready to prep these, and what I'll do, I'll peel the membrane off the back right there. And what I like to do with my ribs, this is my go-to method, not the only method, but this is one way I really love them. Coat them down with some mustard, and then this is one of the rib rubs that I really like. It is from Heaven Made Products, Texas Best Rib Rub. This is some excellent stuff. I really like it. It's got a great flavor, and it's not too salty either. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get these things prepped, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to put them on the grill. This is the membrane that I'm removing right here. It's a two-handed process there, but just wanted to show you. Usually you just grab you a towel, and you can start pinching the end right there and getting it to separate, and just evenly pull it and just work it right on back, just like that. All right, I think we have our fire ready to cook. I've been running some, we're burning pecan wood on there. We've got the grill cleaned with the brush, and I rubbed grapeseed oil on there to kind of oil it up some. And it's good and hot. That smoke got right in my mouth there. Sorry. And I apologize in advance if there's a lot of sirens that go by during this filming segment. There's one of those days something happened in town, and there's cops and EMS constantly going by the house now. I don't know what's going on, but you'll probably hear some sirens during the cook. I'm gonna go grab the ribs and bring them on over to the grill. All right, guys, there we go. There's our slab of ribs. Go ahead and throw them down here on them. Oh yeah, good and hot. They've been on there for a couple of minutes, and what we're going to do is give them a peek. They're doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and let them run for another minute like that. All right, so we're at 3 minutes. Let's give it a look. Yep, I'm liking that right there. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a flip here. A nice little char on there. We've been running another 3 minutes on the bone side of the ribs here. Probably not going to see much, except for, yeah, right there where the bone touches. That's looking pretty good. I actually think I want to flip this over one more time and give this another couple minutes on the meaty side right here. Try to even out this this char actually a little bit more. This really helps using, if you got you some welding gloves for this kind of stuff, because this is extremely hot right here standing over this. You'll be glad you have some whenever you go to do this kind of stuff over the grill here. I'm going to rotate them to get a little bit more even cook here. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull them off now. Yeah, that's looking nice. I think that's going to work really good for what I'm shooting for there. Flip them back over for just a second here. We got a fresh cutting board. Just trying to get a nice little char grill action on the outside of the grill there. And then once we go to the Dutch oven and finish out the cook, these things are going to be super tender, probably just fall off the bone. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pull them now. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and start prepping our Dutch oven for our cook now. So we're going to take our lodge, and this is my plan of attack. I've got a couple onions here sliced into rings, and what I'm going to do is simply layer the bottom of the pot here. That one doesn't want to cooperate, so I'm just going to lay it in there like that. I'm just going to layer the bottom of the pot like I was saying here. We got different size onion rings to go in here. Just kind of fill up the different spaces. No real order needed to this. Just this is going to kind of help serve as like a trivet on the bottom of the pot here. It'll help hold the meat right up off the bottom. But I love onions with my pork. Absolutely love it. So I can't ever get enough onion in mine whenever I'm cooking my barbecue, especially when it comes to the pork ribs like this. All right, here's our slab of baby Rex that we charred over there on the grill. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and kind of eyeball the middle. I'm going to cut this rack in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right about in here. Go ahead and cut this rack in half. And you can see clearly right here that we're not cooked. Just that little bit of charring on the outside. That's all we were looking for right there. All right. So what we're going to do, I got a pot right here full of homemade barbecue sauce I just cooked this morning. We're going to go ahead and put some of that in the pot here. There's those sirens I was telling you about. They have been going at it all day today. The fire truck coming by. All right, so I was waiting for those guys to come by. All right, so this is a fresh pot of homemade barbecue sauce that I just cooked today. I'm not putting all this in the Dutch oven. I'm going to put some of it in here. The rest of it, once I'm through this, I'm going to bottle it up and use it as barbecue sauce for the ribs. This is a basic red tomato-based barbecue sauce. I use Hunt's tomatoes as the base, and then I add my other ingredients in there. Abby and I both love this sauce. All of my family members have tasted it. They all said that they love it. So I wrote down this recipe, and this is sort of like my first base barbecue sauce that is like a go-to sauce. You can use it on meat, vegetables, salads, dip. I mean, anything you want. It's delicious. We're going to use this in the pot, so I'm going to go ahead and ladle some in here. What I wanted to do is just kind of fill the bottom of the Dutch oven here, just to the edge of those onions with some sauce. I'm not worried about wasting this. This is going to be well used today. All right, so there's our base right there. Now let's go ahead and we're going to lay our ribs in here. That's why we cut them in half, so they would both fit. One rack fits that 12-inch pot beautifully, just like that. All right, so let's go in with some more sauce. I want to cover them up nicely with this. That is looking good right about there. All right, so that's enough sauce there. Now I'm going to top it. We're going to top it with some more onions. That's right, more onion. Can't go wrong with onion. It's going to be good. Just lay them in there any old way that you want. I think that's looking pretty good. I've got them cut up here, so I think I'm just gonna go with them. Just put them in here and let them cook with that pork. It's looking good right about there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just put the lid on it, get it closed up. I'm gonna go put my barbecue sauce back inside, and I'm gonna start getting this thing ready to cook. I gotta get some charcoals hot, and I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to cook. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing on the burner here and get the cooking. So I'm using the deflector plate that I made for the bottom heat, and on this stove I keep it between medium and low, and that seems to be pretty close to one ring of charcoal on the bottom, which is typically about 8 charcoal. Just getting it positioned here where it looks pretty even. That looks pretty good right about there. And let's go ahead and we're going to dump our coals. We're going to get the lodge nice and dusty, finally. Just like it was made for it. And I'll just even out the charcoal, get them all in a nice even ring all the way around the lid here. Okay, that looks, you can sit here and play with it all day and trying to get it symmetrical looking, but that's it right there. Okay, bottom heat's on, top heat's there. We're gonna go ahead and start my timer. That way I can monitor how long the thing is cooking. I don't know how long this is gonna take. What I'm planning on doing is, you know, I'm gonna cook it a good hour and I'm gonna check it, but I'm expecting this to be anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, you know, cooked. Get these things nice and tender and kind of fall apart. So I'll give you guys some updates as we continue our cook, okay? There's our beans, just a quick and dirty barbecue bean. Nothing wrong with the canned stuff. It's already cooked and got good flavor. A little bit of the homemade A-bomb barbecue sauce gonna go in there with it. It's gonna be good. We've been running 57 minutes on the Dutch oven here. So let's go ahead and take a peek and see what they look like. I'm gonna guess that I need to cook these for a little while longer. You see, we're losing our heat now, so I got to get some more charcoal going. But I wanted to look at it first. Oh, look at that! It's doing awesome. See all that juice? That is just way cool. All right, we're gonna light some more coals and keep it going for a little while. I'm gonna swap out these coals. We got some hot ones going right there. And what I have is my wheelbarrow behind me that's empty, and I'm just gonna dump these in there because I'm using my fire pit right now to cook the beans. So you'll get another peek at the ribs here as we dump these out. Let me set this down. I can tell that I want to continue cooking them for a little while. We're going to go another half hour, and then I will monitor them, or pull the lid, and look at them and see. There's not really a temp I'm shooting for on this kind of cook here. It's just a matter of the doneness. I'm sure that they're well to a safe eating temp. It's just that this is a little bit different style cook than you would typically do on the grill or the smoker. Looking for a little bit more tenderness where they kind of fall apart. I think I missed that last shot. I threw a couple chicken breasts on here. These are for Abby. She does not like baby back ribs. She doesn't eat ribs, but she does like chicken. So she's gonna have one of these for dinner tonight. They come in packs of 2, so that's why I got 2 of them there. Let's take a look at our beans. Looks like they are doing just fine. I've got this raised way up above the fire so that there's not so much intense heat right there on the grill. Our ribs have been cooking for an hour and a half now. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a look and see how tender they are. I've got my thermometer here. It's nice and soft. So it looks like we're up to around, what, 202, 205, but they're very tender, so they should fall apart now. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull them off. They should be ready to eat. I just temped Abby's chicken tendies and they are done. So we're gonna go ahead and pull them off the grill here. Well, it's finally dinner time. We've got everything finished up here. So we got our baby backs. Abby's got her chicken right here. We've got our beans, and then she cooked us a pot of rice. This is how I'm gonna eat mine. I wanna dip some of the barbecue sauce on the rice and have a little bit of ribs here with some beans.
It slaved all down that rice.
all day. Slayed. So I'm interested to see how they came out. Tell you what, I'm gonna take the knife here. I'm gonna do just like that. They're very, very tender.
Of course they are.
Let's get a little bit of our broth right here. Barbecue and pork. Makes a really good seasoned rice right there. Too bad Abby's not going to partake in any of that right there. And we got our beans. You don't like getting your fingers sticky.
That's why I don't like to eat ribs.
Oh, I thought it was because they were too fatty for you.
They are too fatty for me, but it's also because I don't like them to be sticky. I'm sorry. Makes me sound like a monster.
All right, I'm going to give mine a taste test here and see how they came out. All right, we're just going to give you a sample so we can have our dinner. I know Abby's ready to also. So there's the pork rib. Super tender.
Happy barbecue face?
Mm-hmm. Super tender. And it's delicious.
I think we already know mine's going to be delicious, so let's eat.
Everything turned out delicious. I love the barbecue sauce on the rice right there. The beans came out delicious.
Yes, they did.
With the bacon and onions in there. What do you think about your chicken and your beans?
My chicken is delicious. Look at that. It's perfectly cooked. And I love the beans.
You like the beans?
Yes.
What you like the way the chicken tastes cooked like that?
Yes.
Cooked right over the fire.
Yes, it's exactly how it tastes. It's amazing.
Awesome. Well, we got a winner. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Very first cook on the new to me 12-inch Lodge Dutch camp oven there. It did a good job.
You're happy with your ribs.
I'm happy. We'll see you next time.